Welcome back to Inside the Huddle, presented by Twin Cities Orthopedics. We'll catch up with Maple Grove baseball coach Darby Carlson in a little bit. But first, let's hit the scoreboard. First, Section 5 AA Track and Field Championships took place at Hamlin University on Friday, and athletes from Maple Grove and Osseo represented well and advanced to the state tournament. Evan Hull from Maple Grove finished second in the 100-meter dash. Blake Iverson finished first in the boys' 800-meter run. Osceo's Tyler Seelock finished third in both the 110-meter and 300-meter hurdles. On the girls' side, Maple Grove's Heather Ryan finished first with a time of 14.92, and Osceo's Kelsey Seelock finished with a second with a time of 15.18 in the 100-meter hurdles. The two swapped places in the 300-meter event, with Seelock coming in at 44.95 and Ryan at 45.81. In boys lacrosse, Maple Grove has rattled off a pair of wins in the Section 8 tournament. The Crimson will face top-ranked Wayzata on Monday at 7 o'clock. That game is at Wayzata. Osseo Park Center had their season end on Thursday. OPC fell to Armstrong 9-8 in a heartbreaker. On the diamond, the Osseo boys baseball team saw their season come to an end on Friday, June 1st, with a 7-0 loss at the hands of the Champlain Park Rebels. The Orioles had kept their season alive with a 3-1 win over Park Center earlier in the week. Maple Grove defeated Moorhead in first-round action of the Section 8 tournament. Then they advanced to the winner's bracket and then beat Elk River in the second round before losing to St. Michael Albertville 11-7. The Crimson will face Brainerd on Tuesday, June 5th at Cold Spring High School. Following the Crimson's victory over Moorhead, we caught up with Maple Grove head coach Darby Carlson. You'll hear that chat following this from Twin Cities Orthopedics. So you get pushed back a day. Mentality-wise, does that change anything? I mean, I know you kind of, game day, you kind of get locked and loaded and ready to go, and then you find out you're not going to play. But then you come out today, and it just seemed like we started a little flat and then kind of picked it up, that bottom of the sixth, put a pair on the board to really kind of put it away.
Well, we're fortunate to have Frankie Volkers throwing good ball right now, and he's kept us in a lot of ball games, and, you know, we're kind of struggling a little bit offensively to get the ball into play, as you saw today, but Frankie's kept us around long enough, and then eventually we get some stuff strung together and come out of here happy.
The execution on the squeeze to score Haugen from third was big. I think that, you know, you get him to second on a wild pitch and then you bunt him over. From an execution perspective, got to make you happy that you were able to put some things in play to take the lead back after they kind of got one on an error.
Yeah, I think over the years, it was kind of small ball, and being able to execute some of that kind of stuff has won us a lot of ball games. And tonight was probably an example. We're not hitting the ball really well, and a couple of guys put the bunts down, and it was big.
What? So you get a good outing from a pitcher perspective. Now you move on to the right side of the bracket. What does that do, kind of moving forward?
Well, you're living one day at a time right now. All the games are butted together, and like Frankie's having a complete game was big because you're not chewing up other pitchers and innings, and you got the Minnesota pitch count. So we're going to get into some games here, the third, fourth game, of guys who probably haven't pitched a whole lot of varsity ball, but that's the way it is.
It's kind of everybody's playing by that same kind of thing too, right?
Well, not every section. That's the one complaint I have about our section right now is we have a late start, and then we have one bad day, and now this is what you get. You get games button up to each other, 3 in a row. And, maybe we should start a little bit earlier and have some spacing so you're not using up a whole pitching staff in 2 days.
In your coaching career, have you ever had a year like this where you get started so late?
Well, this was the latest we've ever started. I mean, we've had some years where we were able to get in the dome when we had the dome and stuff like that and maybe get a game in or something. But no, this was by far the latest start we've ever had. Yep.
So what is that from a challenge perspective when you look at it? I mean, what's the biggest outside of the arms?
You're playing every day. Our last 2 weeks of the season, I think we played 4 or 5 games a week. So, trying to play catch up. And, that's probably tough on kids that grind, but in some ways everybody's in the same boat, so I don't know if it's a disadvantage or advantage to anybody. So,
good luck. Good congratulations on the win today. It's always good to get that first quarterfinal one out of the way, get on the right side of the bracket.
Yep, thanks very
much.
Darby.
Appreciate you.